Mrs. P.L. Travers to the City of Angels.
It smells like
Jasmine.
chlorine and sweat.
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. This is Ben. I'm Matt, Christy, Alonso. Today we're talking about Saving Mr. Banks.
So, P.L. Travers wrote the book Mary Poppins, and Walt Disney really wanted to turn it into a movie, even though she did everything possible to try and stop him. Finally, when she needed the money, he flew her out to Los Angeles for a very testy bit of script supervision work with the movie's screenwriter and with the songwriting Sherman brothers and with Walt Disney himself. And we find out about her past and how it colors her present. Take a look.
Well, Pamela Travers, you can't imagine how excited I am to finally meet you.
Would you mind? My name is Mrs. Travers, Mr. Disney.
Oh, Walt, now you gotta call me Walt. 20 years ago, I made a promise to my daughters that I would make your Mary Poppins fly off the pages of your books. I promised them.
Stop! Mary Poppins is not for sale. I won't have her turned into one of your silly cartoons.
Says the woman who sent a flying nanny with a talking umbrella to save the children.
So the prickliness is good. The sparks are good between Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson.
She's a bitch.
But she's a hilarious bitch.
She's a tough customer.
But
She's awful.
It's reliable every time, though. That
Yes.
she's gonna say something totally awful and totally inappropriate, and he will always just kill her with kindness. And that tension there is very reliable the whole way through.
I love the fact that, you know, she'll say something like, well, I don't want you to turn into one of your silly cartoons. And they just cut to Disney going, like genuinely hurt by this, you know. This is one of those Hollywood Valentines to itself. You know, I would not be surprised if this sneaks around and wins Best Picture this year, because lately they love movies about how great movies are, you know.
Ben and I had the exact conversation walking out of it. This is very much in the vein of Argo and The Artist. Where, like,
yeah,
the Hollywood
What a heroic battle
Right.
it was to make Mary Poppins.
No, but also like Hollywood can make fun of itself, but
Right.
also
Sure.
embrace its own iconography.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because this is Disney making a movie about itself. Oh, handily timed for the 50th anniversary and the Blu-ray that's coming out.
And they shot it on the lot, which was exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. The buildings haven't changed at all. But even given all that, I really found myself genuinely kind of moved by this film. You know, you learn about P.L. Travers' childhood with this very charming and storytelling but super drunk dad in Australia, played by Colin Farrell, and how that kind of colored her life, and the aunt who sort of inspired Mary Poppins. And Tom Hanks gets this amazing monologue at the end where Disney sort of gives his own insight as to his own childhood and how that colored his magic kingdoms and his fantasias and everything. So ultimately, while this is a movie about commerce, it's also a movie about art. It's a movie about artists and why artists make art and what they get out of it, and their catharsis, that for whatever we in turn get out of it as well.
The scenes, the rehearsal scenes where they have to convince P.L. Travers that what they're doing is right. Those scenes were great, and there were a ton of them with the Sherman brothers and the writer in there at the same time. The Sherman brothers got way younger for this movie. Like all of a sudden, the Sherman brothers were like 27 when they were making Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I know. Like B.J. Novak, he was playing as a Dick, right?
He played Robert.
Okay. Well, anyway, but he's supposed to be a World War II veteran. I was like, wait, 1960?
They refer his limp, and they're like, because he got shot. He got shot in World War II. And it looks like there's no way those guys were in World War II.
They were in the infant brigade.
But that doesn't matter.
But the supporting casting is great between B.J. Novak and Jason Schwartzman, Bradley Whitford. Who is the actress who plays Walt Disney's secretary? Not Kathy Baker.
Oh, the other one, I forget.
But she's in all those commercials. She's a little bitty girl voice. She's totally cute.
And
Paul Giamatti is the driver.
Paul Giamatti is lovely.
Is wonderful, and and just such a credible role. Like that, I was worried they were going to do something with that role that wouldn't work.
Yeah, and I think there's a scene between the two of them that wouldn't work in the hands of lesser actors, but between Giamatti and Thompson, they totally make it like out of the park.
Honest,
I think a few of those scenes are like that, right? Like it would have been very easy for them to get into kind of just
grossly schmaltzy.
Yeah, and I think they sell it and they make it work. And Giamatti plays this character that I think especially Giamatti's character, I think in a lot of hands, Ralph would come off as twinkling and would be the character that was so obviously just a creation of scriptwriters,
which
he is, but
you don't know that watching.
Right? Yeah, no.
But he makes you believe that person is there and that person is real, and within the confines of a Disney story. I found myself by the end of this movie in a couple of different places. There was clearly something in my eye, and I had a catch in my throat in a couple of places.
I got a little verklempt.
And
Not
this
me.
movie,
I mean,
because you're cold and heartless, like Travers.
I had to sleeve it up.
Quickly.
I had a full sleeve.
Yeah,
I
all the time.
had a glasses. I don't usually have glasses off full front. Yeah.
You have a baby.
Who played Ginty? Who played
The little girl version.
She was
of her.
great. She
but,
was really
but
good.
Speaking of that, though, I said this to you walking out yesterday, was like the flashback structure is so predictable. You could time your watch by it. I mean, it was so obvious. You knew when a moment was coming in the present day that was going to end up flashing back
No,
to the
I
same
think-
moment in Australia.
To your point
It's
about
very
conventional movies, when you
same.
talked about that in Frozen, this is a movie that is very conventional.
Yes.
It hits all the same
Crowd
notes, but I felt like it delivers where it needs to emotionally, as much as it takes great liberties with the story.
This is historical
This
fiction.
is historical fiction. You know, if you start looking into Travers' reaction,
Yeah, she didn't care for the movie or Disney very much.
right? And why there's no sequel. Like, okay, it's a lot of bullshit going on here. This is still a fantastic movie, and I think people are really going to like it. And I can see absolutely why this has a good shot at an Oscar.
Totally.
Yeah, and granted, they're predictable moments, but it's so incredibly well executed.
Yeah.
That by the way, Annie Rose Buckley plays Ginty,
Right.
and I think Michelle Arthur is the secretary, Polly, the secretary you're looking for. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I was moved. I gave it an 8.
What did I give it?
8.
8, yeah.
Just tell us. 'Cause I don't remember.
Seven.
Christy's
Yeah.
at 7
Yeah.
because she's
Heartless?
emotionally iced, and you're at 7.9.
I'm frozen.
Okay.
So that's we're at 7.7
Yeah,
because of
it's-
Christy.
85% on the tomato meter.
85, yeah.
People
Bye.
are jerks.